Preserving the bloodline is the one branded heretical and murderously persecuted by the Roman Church. There were no dark ages for this tradition, only for those whom the Church wanted to keep in the dark about the real nature of human history and destroy the bloodline, a direct threat to the power of the bishops. What evidence supports the Sitchin thesis? The astronomical evidence. No concrete problem is going to be solved as long as the experts of astronomy are too supercilious to touch mythical ideas, which are firmly believed to be plain nonsense. Of course, as long as historians of religion swear to it that stars and planets were smuggled into originally healthy fertility cults and naive fairy tales only very late, whence these unhealthy subjects should be neglected by principle, and as long as the philologists imagine that familiarity with grammar replaces that scientific knowledge which they lack and dislike. Giorgio di Santillana, Ph.D. Hertha von Deckend, Ph.D. Hamlet's Mill. A key underpinning of the Sitchin paradigm is the existence, now or in the past, of the 10th planet in our solar system, the home planet of the Anunnaki with the size, orbit, and characteristics described, as Sitchin has demonstrated, in the Illuminati leash and corroborated by Harrington, former chief of the U.S. Naval Observatory, now deceased. Tombaugh discovered Pluto in 1930. Cresty, of the U.S. Naval Observatory, discovered Charon, Pluto's moon, in 1978. The characteristics of Pluto derivable from the nature of Charon demonstrated that there must still be a large planet undiscovered because Pluto could not be the cause of the residuals. The wobbles in the orbital paths of Uranus and Neptune clearly identifiable. The IRAS, infrared astronomical satellite, during 83-84, produced observations of a 10th planet so robust that one of the astronomers on the project said that all that remains is to name it, from which point the information has become curiously guarded. In 1992, Harrington and Van London of the Naval Observatory, working with all the information they had at hand, published their findings and opinion that there is, indeed, a 10th planet, even calling it an intruder planet. The search was narrowed to the southern skies below the ecliptic. Harrington invited Sitchin, having read his book and translations of the Illuminati leash, to a meeting at his office, and they correlated the current findings with the ancient records. The recovered Illuminati leash document, A History of the Formation of Our Solar System and More, says that, at the time when Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus and Saturn were in place, there was a Uranus-sized planet, called Tiamat, in orbit between Mars and Jupiter. Earth was not in place yet. A large wandering planet, called Nibiru, was captured into the system gravitationally. As it passed by the outer planets, it caused the anomalies of their moons, the tilting of Uranus on its side, the dislodging of Pluto from its being the moon of Saturn to its own planetary orbit, its path bent by the gravitational pull of the large planets. First its satellites collided with the large planet Tiamat, and, on a second orbit through Nibiru, collided with Tiamat, driving the larger part of it into what is now Earth's orbit to recongeal as Earth, dragging its moon with it to become our moon with all its anomalies. The shattered debris of Tiamat's smaller part became the asteroid belt, comets, and meteorites. The large of our Pacific Basin is awesome testimony to the collisional event. Nibiru settled into a 3,600-year elliptical retrograde, opposite direction to all the other planets, orbit around our Sun, coming in through the asteroid belt region between Mars and Jupiter at perigee, swinging far out past Pluto at apogee. Harrington acknowledged that his information agreed with all these details, and the